All right, so what we're looking at here is the removals table that I would like you to make a copy of. It is shared with you. I'd like you to make a copy of this, and what you're going to do is use this video to put some of the details into the notes on development part of this removals table. So this is egg number 16, the first removal. Shaniqua. And as you see, there's really nothing here. So no development happened. This was not a fertilized egg. So this next image shows Waffle in the Petri dish. Now we have something going on here. There's some whitish tissues or something here. And then if we look closer, we can see that there is some kind of disorganized tissue clump here under the dissecting scope. If you look under the reflection of the light, directly under this grayish blob, the picture is not great, that is clearly a tissue. Now this is our final removal broken, and at the first candling there was clear vasculature in this removal. Here I'm showing it in the Petri dish. And now we see here there's vasculature clearly developed. And if you look here in the second image, there's actually a clump of undifferentiated tissue in the bottom sort of leftish of this circular image from the dissecting scope. So it's interesting here, you can't really see any clear organization, but this egg was super desiccated and dried out because the shell was broken. And it's the reason why I did some of these removals early. You're going to add all of the removals that we do from class to this table. And in the column on the right, you're going to describe what you believe went wrong and when you believe it went wrong based on descriptions of the organism that you see. This is Quail Johnson. Now, you're going to watch the video on Quail Johnson's removal, which is in the calendar and on a link. I want you to watch it because there's several things that are clear about Quail Johnson. First of all, Quail Johnson is alive. Quail Johnson has a beating heart and is moving around, okay? But here we see, after we clean all the stuff off of Quail Johnson, that Quail Johnson lacks any rostral skull structures. Lacks a beak, lacks a face, and lacks a few other things as well. That being said, Quail Johnson has feathers and skin and pigmented feathers. And clearly has an autonomic nervous system if Quail Johnson's heart was beating and the bird could move around. So here we see where neural crest migrates during development. So these neural crest cells leave the dorsal side of the embryo and break off, go to different parts of the embryo and build different structures. This table shows all of the structures that neural crest builds in different parts of the embryo. So your mission is to try to say precisely what didn't migrate and what didn't get built in Quail Johnson. So Quail Johnson's top of Quail Johnson's head is down in this Petri dish. The face is completely absent. That being said, other stuff further posterior to that formed completely and normally. So this should give you some information.